to tell you guys on how to choose the right version of food. So I want to teach you guys and give you a guide on how I choose the right version of food. Now, what do I mean the right version of food? The right version of food is when you go to the store and you look at a food, you look at a product, whatever it is, you're going to look at the front of the bag. And that's where most people stop. They look at the front, they see a nice, beautiful picture, it pulls them in, it's abstract, whatever it is. They're using keywords like organic or all natural or burst of flavor. They use all these things. But what you want to do, and what I do, is I turn the bag over and we're going to read the ingredients. So here's a step-by-step guide, and I'm going to break it down. Number one, choosing the right version of food. You want to choose organic versus not organic. Organic foods are going to have better ingredients overall. They're going to be healthier. They're going to be likely not to be sprayed by pesticides and all those things. At least they're not supposed to be. You can't trust everything in this world, but organic is better, and there are organic products that have been proven to be healthier. Number two is going to be single ingredient foods. So when you turn that over and you read the ingredients, you're looking for single ingredients. So if it's an orange, if it's cinnamon, if it's a spice or a food item, if it's wheat, whatever it is, that one word, one or two word, and that's it. It doesn't need to be anything else, which moves on to number three, non-processed. So when you turn it over and say it's wheat, for example, you don't want it to be modified. It shouldn't say enriched. It shouldn't say bleached. You don't want bleached almonds. You don't want bleached flour or anything like that. You want whole flour. You want wheat flour. You want the actual thing. So no any other modifications or scientific experiments on your food. Natural is the best way to go. So we're going to start with some examples. I have some of these examples here with me. I have a thing of rice and some chocolate covered almonds. And we're going to go over those so I can show you why I made my choice with these ones. But for things like butter, I would say you just want all natural butter, grass-fed. You don't want anything that's added into it like soy or any sneaky seed oils that they put into the butters. The butter should just be the butter. If anything is into it, it should be olive oil, avocado oil, or preferably coconut oil. So let's go with our examples. Number one, almonds. Unreal. It's unbelievable. Chocolate covered, dark chocolate, and coconut almonds. So that's what we see on the front of the bag. We're going to flip it over. Well, I got to flip it over so I can read it. And the ingredients say almonds. It's the first ingredient. Dark chocolate, organic coconut, and organic cane sugar and sea salt. To me, that was a good choice because I got exactly what was on front of the bag. The only thing that wasn't mentioned on the front was the sea salt, but I'm not too opposed to that. But you see there's no sneaky ingredients in here like natural flavors or spices or okay, we got company. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Boyd. This is one of my cats, and he just made an appearance. Anyways, I did not get anything on this ingredient list that wasn't a single ingredient. So everything was natural and as is, and there wasn't anything sneaky or enriched or all these modifications that nobody wants. So that would be a success. Now we're going to move on to this rice, basmati, white rice, organic. And on the front of the bag, you actually have some good things here. Now it says USDA organic. That's not the most important thing. What captured my mind was regenerative, organic, certified. When you see the words regenerative, that's what you want to see. That's key that you have a good product there. That means they're growing everything the way it's meant and intended to be by nature. So we're going to turn this over. As you can see, this is basmati rice, white rice. So we shouldn't see anything else in here besides basmati white rice. Now let's see if I made a good choice. Ingredients: regenerative, organic, certified, California, white basmati rice. That is it. Regenerative, good work. Organic certified, good words. California, Okay, that's where it's from. They're telling you where it's from. Basmati white rice. There's nothing in here that says flour or enriched or any weird word that they put before something. The product is what the product is. That's what I call making the right version of food. Now you have other brands of rice out there that say all types of stuff on the back. They'll say like citric acid, they'll say all types of weird stuff. We don't want that. Let's move on to the last product that I have here as an example. And I have some organic saltine crackers by Susie's. Now I know there's these saltines, I think they call them. I grew up eating these crackers. I know there's a bunch of BS on that, so we already know that was BS. So let me tell you why I choose these crackers instead of your typical saltine crackers. On the ingredients, we got organic wheat flour. Now this is good. This goes back to the whole enriched thing. When you get flours and things like that, you're gonna see enriched and modified and all this bullcrap. I can't even come up with the names of the stuff that they say. So organic wheat flour, bam. Organic extra virgin olive oil. When you're getting olive oil, you want it to be extra virgin. Bam. Salt. Doesn't exactly tell me what kind of salt. It just says salt. So that's not the best thing in the world, but it's not the worst either. Sodium bicarbonate. Not the best thing, but not the worst thing either. Organic sourdough. And in parentheses, I have organic wheat, organic barley. Now that one could be tricky because some sourdoughs are good and some sourdoughs are bad. But again, it's a way better choice so far. We have organic malted barley flour, brewer's yeast. Not gonna lie, I don't know what that is. So maybe I should look that up. And then I have organic rosemary extract. So when you hear these words, these processed words, the food is going through a chemical process in order to make it a certain way. And this chemical process adds chemicals into the food. It's plain and simple. That's how it works. We don't want chemicals. We want natural. And when you eat natural foods, your body takes it better. Your metabolism works right, so you don't gain a whole bunch of weight. You lose weight eating these foods, and you gain weight eating the wrong foods with all the added bull crap. When you read the ingredients, and there's 50 different items, and 45 of those items you can't pronounce. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how to choose the right version of foods, and that's how I do it. So I hope this video helped you out when you go to the store. Just read the ingredients, make sure you're getting the real thing. If it's all natural, make sure you're not just getting the word natural. Make sure you're not just getting natural flavors as a word or natural spices, but they don't disclose what those spices or flavors are. There's a lot of loopholes in the industry where they're allowed to put certain things down, call it this, and put in this, and you don't even know what this is. You're just eating it. So, also another key thing is on this journey of trying to find the right version of foods, anything that you do is better. Don't put too much pressure or stress on yourself. You know, sometimes you can get to a point where like, man, you know, you try to be perfect almost, but you know, sometimes you're not going to be perfect. Sometimes you're not going to get the best product. Sometimes you might get something you thought didn't have this and then it did. Sometimes you might get something you thought it was all healthy and then you find out that it wasn't. Matter of the fact is that you're trying. I think that's one of the best things that people can do in this life is try. If you just give up and throw in the towel and say why try is not a good attitude. So that's just that. That's true sense. And peace out until the next one. See ya.